join fast. We have to conduct this session, CIP. According to the timetable, we are having 2 hours in a week for this session. In this session, we are going to discuss about the communication skills and the basic grammar that we have conducted during the last 1 month. Okay. We couldn't complete that because we have get only few lectures in the last month. We'll continue the part which we have remaining. We will continue with that remaining part. Before that, I will have to see. There are 31 students who have joined this lecture. I'm going to conduct the attendance in the last session of this lecture. Okay. As we have to conduct this lecture in the 2 sessions. Okay. Why? It is because we are not having the subscription of that Zoom app. Okay. And we can conduct lecture maximum for 40 minutes. So we'll have to join to this lecture once again for last 15 or 20 minutes. And that is why I will take the attendance, mark your attendance at the last of this lecture. There are 34 students who have joined this lecture. In your class, there are, I think, 74 strength. Okay. 74 students are there in your class. So I welcome all of you once again. As we know each other because I have conducted ATT for you in English. Okay. So no, there is no need to introduce once again, but for sake of those students who are new in this group and in this class, for them I have to introduce myself once again. So I will give my introduction first, and then we will start our lecture. We will continue the part. So good afternoon to all of you. My name is Prasad Babar. I'm from Pandharpur. I'm your teacher of CIP session. We are going to study this subject, that is CIP, Communication Improvement Program, that was launched by our college. We are conducting it from last I think 10 or more years they are conducting. I'm new, but I know that they are conducting this session from last 10 years. So I'm dealing with you with this subject, that is CIP. So I have completed my graduation from Solapur University in English, and I did my post-graduation from Pune University in English. So basically, English is my basic subject that I'm going to deal with you. And I have an experience of year. I have taught to diploma students of Sweris College of Engineering before this. So now I'm here to be as a trainer or to be as a teacher of you all for this subject. So this is about my introduction. We know each other because from last 1 month I'm conducting your lectures regarding the basic English grammar, and we have completed in the last month. We have completed I think more than 4 parts of speech that we have completed in the last 1 month. So we are going to continue that grammatical part through this CIP lecture series also. And after completion of grammatical part, we will also discuss the communication skills, techniques, and different writing skills also we will study. So I will share my screen so that just a minute, students, just a minute. I'm having one problem with me. Stay for just 2 minutes. I will be there after 2 minutes. Yes. हाँ बोलो की सर. हाँ बोलो की सर. थर्ड इयर का सर मला थर्ड इयरचं टाइम टेबलच आलं नाही अजून. आणि मी सिव्हिलचं लेक्चर आहे की मला सर टाइम टेबल मध्ये आता. सर त्याला सीओडीला सर त्याला ते ड्राईव्ह वगैरे पाठवले तुम्ही. नाही सर त्या टाइम टेबलच नाही मला. आणि मला सर काय तुम्ही ह्याच्यासाठी फोनच नाही केलं की तुमचे कुठलं स्लॉट वगैरे आहेत काय कशाबद्दल.
सर पण मग ड्रमी सरांना सांगायचं की त्यांनी तरी मला केलं, कारण मला आता सिव्हिलचं लेक्चर आणि ह्याच्यानंतर सीएससीचं लेक्चर होतं. मी आता आलाय की मला थांब आपण सर काय करूया आता हे दोन मी फोन करतो, कारण आता मला इथे सीए आता आपण सर मला इथे सिव्हिलचा स्लॉट आहे ना, मला मागच्या आठवड्यातच दिला त्याने स्लॉट सेकंड इयर सिव्हिलचा आता, आणि ह्याच्यानंतर सीएससीचा लगेच. नाही पण सर आपलं काय डिस्कशनच नाही ना स्लॉट बद्दल, तुम्हाला कुठले मोकळे स्लॉट आहेत किंवा काय, काही तुम्ही काही फोन नाही केला किंवा काहीच नाही केलं. आता सर मग मी कसं कसं सर लेक्चर आहे मला आता चालू आहे सर लेक्चर, मी नंतर बोलतो तुमच्याशी. काहीच नाही कळवलेलं, फक्त मेल पडले.
Okay. So sorry for disturbance, dear students. I'm sorry because I was speaking with someone. So yes, we are dealing with this subject that is basic English grammar from last 1 month. Okay, so from last 1 month I'm conducting your classes on the basic English grammar, and we have discussed the I think more than 4 parts of speech that we have discussed from last 1 month. And this is the continuation of that basic ATT course. Okay, so this course of CIP, that is communication improvement program, is made for you people to improve your skills regarding the communications. Okay, and it was allotted for me for this year. So I'm going to conduct your classes regarding this communication improvement program, and this will start our lectures, and we will start our syllabus with the grammar. Okay, so after grammar we will study the writing skills, and then after that we will study the speaking skills regarding this English communication. Okay, so we'll start with the grammar first, but before that, as we have discussed in the last 1 month also, we'll start with the why to we learn English, and what is the importance of English that we are going to discuss in this lecture. Okay, so as you people are from the branch of civil engineering, it plays a vital role. It plays very important role. You will that is of the communication. Okay, so as you are civil engineers, you will have to visit people, and you will have to visit certain organizations, certain companies, multinational companies, or some IT companies, and there we will find that uh, the communication that is going there in English. Okay, so for that, for the improvement of your communication, uh, this course is made. Okay, so that is why we are going to discuss about first what is the language and why is it necessary to learn this language, and then after we will once again continue the grammar part where we were at. Okay, so we have completed, I think, minimum 4 parts of speech that we have completed in the last 1 month. Okay, so these 4 parts of speech we will just quickly revise them, and we will continue the next parts of speech that that is after that 4 parts of speech. Okay, so first of all, why do we learn English, that we will discuss. Okay, so as we have discussed in the last month also, it's just a revision part. Okay, so English was the originally in the language of England, but through the historical efforts of British Empire, it has become the primary or secondary language of many former British colonies, such as United States, Canada, Australia, and India. So English is playing vital role in our day-to-day life. Okay, and it was originally the language which came from England. Okay, Britishers brought them in India for the purpose of administration. Britishers brought that language for the purpose of good administration. They want to rule our country, India, and they have ruled all the world uh, only because of this strategy to implement their language to the countries which they are ruling. Okay, and that is why it became the global language of world now. Okay, so that is why originally it was the language of England, but through the historical efforts, that efforts includes the that including the curriculum or syllabus of the English language in the syllabus of that particular country which they are ruling. Okay, so Britishers implemented their education system, education language in countries where they were ruling. Okay, and that is why they stay they they ruled or invaded all the countries or majority countries in the world. That was the main reason, because English was the uh, language that they taught to all over the people from the all over the world. Okay, so Britishers colonies, who were the Britishers colonies? So including India, the countries like African countries, American countries, American continent. First, Britishers won the American continent. Okay, so they invaded the American continent. They won there. They won the battle there, and they ruled that United States or American continent first. They settled there and they ruled there, and they gave their language, their own language there, and that is why those people become wise. Okay, they started speaking in English. They started using their English language uh, as a language of communication. Also, the countries like Canada, Australia, New Zealand, these were the countries who Britishers invaded and ruled. Okay, So that is why these are the countries which are called as colonies of the British uh, people. Currently, English is primary language of not only countries actively touched by British impression, but also many business and cultural spheres dominated by those countries. So now, what is the picture now? That the whole world accepted English or English, yes, the whole world accepted the English language as a global language. Okay, if you go through any country, or if you go to the any country, you can find the people who are speaking or conversating in English. Okay, so this is the impact of that language, and that language became successful that much, or this enough, that language becomes successful because of the historical efforts of these people, British people. And that is why it became the language of business also and cultural spheres also. So as the world trade or world business needs the language, and it is the language of English. Okay, the trade or the world business is performed, or it is it becomes means import export. These are the activities, they are happening in the uh, communication language, that and the common communication language for the trade or business is the English language. Okay, and it is also the culture language of cultural spheres. Okay, and the cultural spheres dominated by those countries means as these countries ruled us, these countries ruled the whole world, they left their culture also. Okay, so they left their cultural activities also uh, in the countries where these people ruled. Okay, so that is why these cultural spheres are also dominated by those countries. It is the language of Hollywood and language of international banking and business. So you know that there are many Hollywood movies which release every year. Okay, and we are very fond of these movies because of the technical superiority of these movies. Okay, they are very superior technically to the English or to the Indian films. Okay, why? Because they have uh, very various technological instruments, or they have the advanced technology, and because of that they are making various films in the Hollywood regarding the suspense or regarding the uh, thriller. Okay, so that is why Hollywood films are also dubbed in the English language. Okay, and it is also the language of international banking and business. So we know that international banking has its language as English. Okay, and international business is also going through the English language. So it is also the language of banking and business. As such, it is a useful and even necessary language to know, and it is also the useful and necessary language that we have to study. The next point is that of the globalization. As globalization has covered the various spheres of life. Okay, as globalization covers all aspects of life, deep understanding is very important in every field. So we are connected with the globalization. At this moment, we are discussing with each other. I'm taking lecture and you are listening to me. Why this happened? It is because of globalization. And globalization is the main cause that we came very close to each other. We are connecting with each other with the technology, like this Zoom app or this Gmail or this Google Meet app, WhatsApp. So these are the good effects or best effects of the globalization. And the globalization is happened, or this globalization has covered all the aspects of life. Means regarding the language also, or regarding the culture also, we can import and export our goods, services, and also we can study the culture of the countries that even we don't know also. So that's happened because of this globalization, and English language has played a very important or uh, vital part of that. Okay, so that is why this is important. Without proper communication, it is not possible to be in a connection. So as before 20 or 30 years, there were no mobiles. Before 25 or 26 years, there were no mobiles, and the communication happens with only landline phones. Okay, so everyone has its phone in his home, and it was connected with the that fiber optic cable or that cable, and it was very bad practice, because sometimes when thunder thunderstorms were there, then that cables used to be means there were the discommunication between the receiver and sender. Okay, because of that. And after this evolution in the communication system that we are taking the benefit of, mobiles came, and after that the communication takes very easily. Okay, it become possible to communicate with the person who is sitting at the one end of the world to the other end of the world. Okay, because of this communication lines or devices like mobile phones, cell phones, Wi-Fi, internet. Okay, so without proper communication, it is not possible to be in a connection. Therefore, it is important to know how English language will unite people. So as English is a globally spoken language, that language or this language has united the people of all over the world. We communicate, when we communicate or we start communication in English, we come to know that others also are not a very others are also not very good communication skills, or they are also having some problems with their communication abilities, or their communication. But till they are trying, or till we have to try to be uh, improve our communication skills. Okay, so without proper communication, it is not possible to make a connection, and therefore it is important to know how English language will unite people. It is it is universally accepted language, as you know that it is also a universally accepted language. So as it is 7 minutes left for this session, you are going to, I will request you to join to this session once again after ending of this meeting. Okay, we are also having 20 minutes more after this session. Okay, so आता हा 40 मिनिटाचा सेशन झाल्यावर तुम्हाला परत एकदा 20 मिनिटाच्या सेशन साठी जॉईन व्हावं लागणार आहे. ओके, सो त्याच्यासाठी हा सेशन संपला की ही मीटिंग संपेल. परत एकदा तुम्हाला शेवटच्या 20 मिनिटाच्या सेशन साठी जॉईन व्हायचं आहे बरं का. It's 49 participants are there. Let me check how many students are there. I'm just checking how many students are there. So please wait for 2 minutes. There are 4 minutes for ending this meeting. We will join once again for last 20 minutes of this lecture. Okay, so just stay here. I'm marking your roll numbers so that for the attendance of your roll call. Okay.
minus 1 square equal to equal to 0 0 2 वेळा t स्क्वेअर आहे ना हॅलो आणि 1 1 2 वेळा आणि 0 repeated 2 times 1 repeated 2 times here काय आहे तुमचा बघा c1 plus c2x e raised to 2x कळलं e raised to 2x आणि c3 plus c4x हे नेहमी लक्षात ठेवा तेवढे रूट 1 2 3 4 तेवढे कॉन्स्टंट असले c1 c2 लक्षात येते हॅलो तेवढे रूट तेवढे कॉन्स्टंट आणि तेवढी ऑर्डर
We are having only less 1 minute. So after end of this meeting, we will have to join to this meeting once again for last 20 minutes. Okay. So I will request you to please join once again after ending of this meeting. Okay.